Page 26. This is the last piece at the bottom of the page. I'm going to go through the system I used to learn a piece of music. Let's see what we get. I look it over. This is just one line long. Treble, bass, clef. 3/4 time signature now, so there's only 3 counts in a measure. I see quarter notes and dotted half notes and half notes. Dotted quarter notes are very common in 3/4 time because they get 3 beats. It's the whole measure. I see some sharp signs we have to deal with. That's okay. The hands are playing one at a time, so I'm going to take both hands together here. The right hand starts here, and the left hand starts here. So it's up to you to learn the names of these notes in the music. Remember the play and say it drill if you don't know them. Play the note and say the name of it. Forget the rhythm. Just A, B, C sharp, and the left hand is B, B, C sharp, D, E, D, C sharp, and then E, D, B, A. Just over and over, do this play and say it drill until these note names are automatic in the music to you. Yeah. And over time, you may learn to associate the note name with the sound. I never did, but maybe you might try to. So here we got these. And for the C sharp, since third finger's on C, I'm going to put it on C sharp. You want to be able to feel this without having to look where that is. You know where that black key is. 2, 3. And again, third finger's on C, I'm going to use it on C sharp. 2, 3, 1, 2, so forth. So I get the notes and the rhythms okay. I can play it without looking at the keyboard, and then I'll add the articulation. These are connected here. These sound like phrases. They sound like musical thoughts, right? So in that case, you'd lift up. So after the C sharp, lift up. Don't connect them. Lift up. Lift up. So those could be phrases. It's interpretation. Maybe you don't like, I don't like short phrases, but it seems to work here. But otherwise, you could take it all as one phrase and treat these curved lines as slurs. I don't know. There's different ways of interpreting the music. And it doesn't help that they use the same symbol, the curved line, for multiple things, because it's used for other things besides slurs and phrases. Then the dynamics. Well, MF, mezzo forte, is moderately loud, and then later it's P, piano is soft. How loud or how soft, again, it's up to you on that. It's just. And then soft. Wow, you decide on those. Keep in mind you get the one dynamic and you stick with that until they give you something else. So even in the left hand, that's moderately loud too. The dynamic given applies to the melody. Right now it's all melody, we'll have to worry about it. But it doesn't matter where the melody is, the dynamic applies to the melody. And that's what we're doing here. And then the speed, Andante. Well, Andante is another thing people don't agree on. Big surprise. Some people say it's slow. I disagree. I don't think Andante is necessarily slow. There's several indications for slower than this. To me, I relate it to walking. Andante is when I'm walking, but I'm not really headed anywhere. I'm kind of taking a stroll through the park or whatever, just kind of walking casually. Moderato's when I'm walking and I'm headed someplace. I know where I'm going. And the others will depend on that. So here it's just kind of a stroll. Just take your time. 2, 3. And when I go that slow, I let the wrist claps with each beat because I'm feeling the beats. 1, 2, 3. The natural accent, here is just first beat of the major. Exaggerate it if you have to. 1, 2, 3, 1. See, when people are dancing, a lot of times they're dancing to the natural accents and they don't even realize they're doing it. They don't care. They're just dancing to the music. A lot of times you're dancing to natural accents. Feel them. It's interpreting the music. Now let's play this together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do louds and softs, just notes and rhythms. We're going to go slow. We're not performing it. And I want to mention here that at the end of these play with me's, I do an off. Like at the end here, there's 3 counts in that. I would go 1, 2, 3, off. I lift up on off. The reason for that is it's important to hold these notes down the full length they're supposed to be. And when you're at the end of the piece, it's easy to lift up early. 1, 2, 3. And you think I counted to 3, but the problem is I only held it down for 2 counts. I come up on beat 3. I have to hold it down through beat 3. But there's no other beat. There's not a 1 after that. 1, 2, 3, 1. I lift up on 1, but there is no 1. So I say off. That represents the next beat that isn't there. 1, 2, 3, off. That way I'm holding that note down the full length each time. I might mention on page 27 there is a worksheet. I really don't cover these right now, but I'm assuming you can do the worksheet on your own. If you have any questions, you're welcome to ask. But they're just telling you the names of the notes. You got to know the names of the notes on the keyboard and the music. It's really important. So let's play this thing together. I'll give us 3 counts because there's only 3 beats in a measure. 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.